I'm all cozy in my cardigan, and we're going to talk about reading today. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and on this corner of the internet we like to talk about fiber arts, books, and a little bit of lifestyle. Today is my February TBR. I have a lot of books picked out. I tried to go with like a pink / books about love or like kind of romancy books. And when I went over to my bookshelf, I was like, oh, this one. So, yeah, for February being the shortest month, I chose the longest TBR. So, come be in Delulu world with me as I tell you about these books that I want to read in February. First things first though, look at this cardigan that I just finished. I sewed in the ends this morning. I love it so much. It's so big and cozy. And I made this, it's a hexagon cardigan. I made it with Lion Brand bonus bundle in the colorway Gnome. I'm all cozy in my cardigan, and we're going to talk about reading today. Okay, so the first book I have is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So I've heard that the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series is really, really good. Apparently lots of drama, about morally gray people. Basically, it's about these two addicts who are like in love, and I don't really know much beyond that, but I know some booktubers, like I really like watching Destiny Sidwell on YouTube, and she like loves these books. So I just wanted to try it out, see how it is. I'm excited to read this book for the drama, and hopefully I can like dive into this series. Apparently the characters are really dynamic and complex and really feel like real people. So that's Addicted to You. The next book is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. Like, look at this edition. I don't know much about this book. It's told from the point of view of these boys that live across the street from these 5 sisters, based in Detroit, and over the course of 1 year they all unalive themselves. And so it's kind of like a mystery, like why is this happening to these beautiful girls? Like, this shouldn't be happening, not in like little Detroit. So yeah, this is a small book. Okay, the next one is Heartbroken by Laura Pratt, Field Notes on a Constant Condition. It says, imbued with longing, erudition, and hard-earned wisdom, Heartbroken dares to delve into a universal ordeal, perhaps one that makes us the most human of all. After what happened to me, I felt very emotionally raw. I wasn't able to even think about reading this book, but I think I'm at a better place now. I think Valentine's Day is a good day, or like Valentine's Day season is a good time to like read about this. I myself am a single woman, so I think, I don't know, it seems like the season to like talk about love and heartbreak. Maybe I'm just melancholy and moody and broody, but the next book is The Ethical Slut by Jeanette W. Hardy and Dossie Easton. And so this basically talks about how monogamy in our culture is like not dying, but it opens up conversation of like why monogamy exists, or, you know, that sort of thing. I did read the introduction to this. So we are proud to reclaim the word slut as a term of approval, even endearment. To us, a slut is a person of any gender who celebrates sexuality according to the radical position that sex is nice and pleasure is good for you. So in this book, it's not talking about women, it's not talking about men, it's talking about everyone. Everyone is a slut and how to be ethical about it. I think the relationship dynamics are really interesting to kind of dive more into. I think we as a society really put a lot of emphasis on monogamy, and anything that is not that traditional monogamous heterosexual relationship, people get like very people get like very uncomfortable about. And that's why I kind of want to dive more into this. I really like reading about love and relationships. Obviously the last book was about heartbreak. So this next one is a poetry book. It's called Anywho, I Love You by Samantha King Holmes, R.H. Sin, and Graham Holmes. And so I bought this from Target quite a while ago, and I love books like this. So it has all your poems, but then it also has so many like pictures and stuff. And I used to read, what is it? Poetry books by Atticus, and I've since now grown in my poetry stuff, but these pictures seem like ones that these people took, not ones that are just like stock images. Maybe they are, but they look real. They don't look photoshopped, or I don't know, just like people being people. So I just want to read about love, little short poetry book, look at some fun photos. And I love that this is like a hardcover book. It's just like so nice. Like I wouldn't mind if more hardcover books were like this. I just have a problem with like dust jackets. The next book I've read most of. I read most of it on audiobook, and then I tabbed where, you know, I ended off. So Come As You Are, The Surprising New Science That Will Transform Your Sex Life by Amelia Nagoski, PhD. This book is all about like female sexuality. A lot of it is about like how and why women have sex. I started this a long time ago, and so I just want to finish it, honestly. And then I definitely will reread it because I would like to be able to use it as a reference. So like one of the chapters that I thought was so interesting in here, it's about like setting the scene for intimacy. So for some people it's just like, hey, wanna do it right here, right now. A lot of people are like, I have too much on my mind to do that. So it's just this kind of like one partner's ready, one is just not, and like needs a little bit more like romance, I guess. So yeah, I want to finish this book. Next is The Divorce Colony by April White. I just recently got this book when I went to Sioux Falls with my best friend. We stopped into Barnes & Noble, of course. I only got 2 books though, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that one. Yeah, so you'll never guess where the Divorce Colony is. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So on the inside flap here it says, a fascinating account of the daring 19th century women who moved to South Dakota to divorce their husbands and start living on their own terms. So apparently South Dakota was one of the first places that legalized women divorcing their husbands. And so of course I had to pick this book up. Like, oh my goodness. So it's a pretty short book, just over 200 pages. So I just want to read this, see how just a big group of women lived in Sioux Falls before South Dakota became what it is today. And then the next one is 7 X's. I got this when I went home for Christmas. I had gotten a Barnes & Noble gift card. This is about a woman who hears like a radio show, and the woman on the radio show is like, you have 7 loves in your lifetime. What was it? The first love, the work mistake, the overlap, the friends with benefits, mischance, the bastard, and the serious one. And so this woman named Esther is 29 years old. She's like, I'm ready for love, but I've already dated all these men, so where's my one? So she goes back and she dates all of them. So I figured this would be a really good and interesting book. So one thing that's interesting too is in Barnes & Noble this is filed under literary fiction and not romance. So that tells me that maybe it's also about her exploring herself, and maybe it's not so much that like she needs a partner, but she needs to love herself. I don't know, that's just my prediction based on how this is marketed and like presented. But yeah, and like look how cute that cover is. It's like perfect for Valentine's Day. And then this next one, or actually this is the last book. This is the last book. Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So I've just heard that this is Gossip Girl with London socialites, and that is all I need to know. Seriously, like, I'm so excited. This kind of goes with like my pink book theme. I just like want to get into it. I know that the last Magnolia Parks book comes out in February. I have Magnolia Parks and I have Daisy Hates, so it's really interesting. I'm already thinking about like my March TBR, because March is International Women's Month, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can read pink books about like feminism this month, and then they can just all be about feminism in March. Other than that, I think I'm going to read Throne of Glass. I've already kind of started, but I'm only on page, 7. So like I started it, I think, one night when I was like falling asleep. So I do want to read Throne of Glass because I did just finish Assassin's Blade in January, so I don't want to wait too long before I dive more into this series. Especially with Crescent City 3 coming out, I need to get on my Sarah J. Maas universe. Yeah, those are the books I plan on reading in February. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're reading right now. And give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!